Hello everyone, I welcome you all to ATM Creations. In this video, I'm going to share a tip about dot mandala. Let me just give you an example. I'm going to draw a few circles, okay? One question that people frequently ask me is, let's say there is mandala circles like this. Ma'am, how do I know which tool should I use for each circle? Because this is the centermost circle and this is one big of a dot if I have to place. And if this is the space, which tool can I use? This is the available space, what tool can I use? How do I understand if I have this much amount of space, this tool will fit? If I don't use an appropriate tool here and by mistake I take a tool which is going to be smaller than the space available here, then there is going to be a lot of space. So even if a lot of space is left after a dot, let's say there is a dot here and lot of space is left around, it won't look so good. Also, this is the amount of space I have, and if the tool I pick up is going to create a dot which exceeds the size of the circle, in that case also it is not going to look so good. So how do I understand basically how to use which tool for this particular space or this space or this or this? How do I understand that? And that is exactly what I'm going to answer in this video. Say for example, I'll use this pink acrylic rod tool and there is this green paint. Let me do something, watch it, and I'll tell you later how did I do it. If you look at the three dots, I used the same pink tool, but this is smaller, this is slightly bigger, and this is even more bigger. So how is that the same tool produces different sized dots? Let me do it again for you with explanation now. If I dip only the tip of the tool, see something like this, it creates smaller dot. Now I have taken little more paint. The paint has come to the sides also. So this creates a slightly bigger dot. Now I'm going to take a lot of paint like this much and I'm going to keep a dot right now. Look at the size of the dot. It's big. So the same tool can produce multiple sized dots. And it's not only with the pink tool that I dotted here with. Any of the acrylic rod tools works like that. Same with nail art tools. Now I'll dip only the ball portion, okay? And then I'll work the dots here. Now I'll dip a little more and work the dots. Now I'm going to dip the entire metal portion and still work the dots. The same fundamental works with these clay modeling tools as well. Now, if you were wondering, I started talking about how to choose appropriate tool for these circles, but then I ended up explaining the tools can produce different sized dots. What relation does this have with choosing the right tools for your mandala? Let me answer that question now. There is a definite relation between these two. See, what happens is with each of the dotting tool that you have, if you practice like this, keeping small dots, keeping medium dots and keeping big dots, now you will be able to understand what size of a dot this particular tool produces when I dip only the tip of the tool, when I dip a little more than the tip, and when I pick up a lot of paint. Now you need to have this awareness with each and every tool that you use for your dot mandala. Now, when you do that, it becomes super easy for you to, at one glance of the circle, you will be able to understand which tool should you use for dotting in this particular circle. And your guess will never go wrong provided you have practiced this abundantly with all your dotting tools. This is exactly how I'm doing. A lot of people do ask me, Radha, how do you exactly choose a right tool when you see a mandala like this? And I keep telling people that I always draw random circles. I never go with the radius and measurements. I just draw random circles, then mark the angles, create the grids. That's how I do it. So it's because I did this practice, at least I would have created 100 times the small dots, 100 times this medium dots, and 100 times this big dots. And not only with pin tool, with each and every tool that I use. So hence, it becomes extremely easier for me to quickly determine, yes, that this is, I will fit in yellow tool here, I'll fit in purple tool here. Here it is plain medium tool that will fit into. Here it is blue tool. Here I can use green tool. So I can quickly guess which tool can I use. Of course, out of 100 times, once or twice my guess go wrong, but 98 or 99% of the time my guess is right. So go ahead, practice, create this awareness, and you will also be able to figure out the exact tool that you need to use in your mandalas. I'm sure this tip was useful to you, and thank you for watching this video.